Let's look at some satanic numerology briefly. The number 9 is Satan's number in Satanism. And I've explained why this is before. I'll briefly do it again. Here's LaVey's own words from the Satanic Rituals, the book The Satanic Rituals. Despite others' attempts to identify a certain number, and he's referring to the number 666 here, with Satan, it will be known that 9 is his number. 9 is Satan's number. 9 is the number of the ego. I mean, he's telling you right here what it all represents. 9 is the number of the ego, for it always returns to itself, and he doesn't give an explanation of that. No matter what is done through the most complex multiplication of 9 by any other number, in the final equation, 9 alone will stand forth. So, let's look at this chart on the left. 1 plus 9 is 10. Then if we add the 1 and the 0 from 10, you get 1. So we started with 1, we added 9, and then by adding the result, 10, the numbers in 10 together, 1 and 0, we're back to 1. So we started with 1, we're back to 1. If you take the number 2 and you add 9, you get the number 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. You started with 2, you're back to 2. It doesn't matter what number you do this with the number 9. It always returns to itself, meaning adding 9 in symbolism, numerical symbolism known as gematria, is like adding 0. You never add anything when you add 9. And what does 9 represent? LaVey just told you. It represents the ego. Well, when you add the ego into anything, no value is added. You don't get any increase. It stays right where it's at when ego is continued to be added. Ego changes nothing. Now let's look at the multiplication of the number 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. No matter what, it doesn't matter how complex the numbers get. 9 times anything, you add the digits, it's 9. So symbolically, what does this represent? When ego, 9, is multiplied by anything, it comes right back to itself. More ego is created, and there's no change. You started with 9, you end up with 9. Okay? So, what does this have to do with the other number that LaVey is talking about? Well, he says that we don't want to identify with that other number, 666, the so-called number of the beast. But if we look at gematria, 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. That means in gematria, 666 is equivalent numerologically to 9. That's why it is Satan's number, 666, 9. It's an encoded, mathematical truth. And this is how occult gematria basically works, to symbolize concepts. Very, heady, symbolic, roundabout way of explaining a concept, but, as they say, math doesn't lie.